It starts with a single sleepless night, one you think will pass. You lie there, staring at the ceiling, waiting for your mind to surrender. But it doesn't. The hours stretch, the clock ticks louder, and your thoughts keep spinning in circles. What if that night never truly ends? Insomnia isn't just about missing sleep. It's about losing rhythm, the invisible harmony that keeps your mind and emotions in balance. When that rhythm breaks, something subtle but powerful begins to shift inside you. You start to feel detached from the world, a little more fragile, a little less yourself. For years, science believed insomnia was only a symptom, a shadow cast by deeper problems like depression. But new research reveals something more unsettling. Insomnia doesn't just follow depression, it can cause it. These two aren't separate conditions, but partners in a vicious cycle, feeding each other in silence. Think of it like a snowball rolling down a hill. One restless night gathers another and another, each adding a thin layer of emotional weight until it becomes something unstoppable. A simple lack of sleep transforms into a force that reshapes your thoughts, your mood, and your sense of control. Inside your brain, this cycle leaves visible marks. Regions that regulate emotion, like the amygdala, begin to overreact, while those that calm you down fall quiet. When you can't sleep, your brain releases more cortisol, the stress hormone that tells your body to stay alert. Even when you're exhausted, your nervous system refuses to rest. Over time, your mind forgets how to relax. Nights stretch endlessly, days lose their light. You stop feeling truly awake or truly asleep, caught in a limbo between both. And then, slowly, depression slips in. It doesn't arrive as sadness, but as numbness, a quiet erasure of color and meaning. What makes this worse is that depression deepens the insomnia it grows from. It whispers that rest isn't safe, that silence is unbearable. You start fearing the night itself. Your brain tries to protect you by keeping you awake, because falling asleep now feels like surrendering control. At some point, you can't tell which came first. Are you sleepless because you're depressed, or depressed because you're sleepless? The boundaries blur until you're trapped in a loop that feeds itself. Insomnia leading to depression, depression leading to more insomnia. In a recent study, researchers describe this as a snowball effect. Each night of lost sleep disrupts emotional regulation, which fuels negative thoughts, which in turn makes sleep even harder. The longer this cycle continues, the heavier it gets, until you no longer remember what true rest feels like. What makes this loop dangerous is not only the fatigue, it's the loss of control. You begin to believe that this version of you, hollowed by sleepless nights, is the real you. The world becomes dim and you start to think that maybe you're broken beyond repair, but that's not true. Sleeplessness and sadness are responses, not identities. They're your mind's way of saying something inside needs care. The moment you recognize the loop, when you stop blaming yourself and start observing it, something changes. The snowball slows. The cycle loses power. Therapies like cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia, CBT-I, have shown that the brain can be rewired. They teach the mind that night isn't danger, but recovery. Bit by bit, your relationship with sleep heals. You learn to associate darkness not with dread, but with renewal. When you finally rest, your mind begins to clean itself, literally. During deep sleep, your brain flushes out toxins, sorts emotions, and repairs memories. Sleep is not just rest, it's a silent conversation between your body and your soul, a way for them to find harmony again. Even if your nights are still long, every small moment of rest counts. Each breath, each blink between thoughts is an act of healing. You are not your sleeplessness. You are the one who watches the night, waiting for dawn, and dawn always comes. Because no matter how long the darkness feels, awareness breaks the loop. Insomnia and depression may feed each other, but the act of noticing, of truly seeing, is the first step out. If this video resonated with you, please subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss any videos about the psychology of sleep and the mysteries of the mind. Stay with Dream Visual and learn more about dreams and the human mind. Thank you for watching. Until the next video, wishing you peaceful nights and sweet dreams.